Welcome to the Sarah Finkelstein Show, where the next 10 minutes can change your life. Also on Spotify, SoundCloud, and iHeartRadio. Here's Sarah.
Hi. So, when is Life Insurance Awareness Month? It is actually every year in September. That's right. Next month is Life Insurance Awareness Month. And why is this important? Well, for many reasons. First of all, life insurance is the foundation, or I should say, insurance in general is the foundation of any financial plan, whether it is life insurance, whether it's long-term care, whether it's guaranteed income solutions. That is the foundation of one's financial plan. I want to share some statistics with you today in terms of getting ready for next month's Life Insurance Awareness Month. So I'm going to read some statistics. Overall, there are 102 million uninsured and underinsured Americans who know they need life insurance, or they know they need more life insurance than they have. 42% of Americans say that their household would face financial hardship within 6 months should a wage earner die unexpectedly. 25% would struggle financially within just a month. Think about that. Just a month and they're in financial dire straits. COVID has made it so that 6 in 10 consumers said they had a heightened awareness about the value of life insurance. And 31% said they were more likely to buy coverage due to the pandemic. Let's go over some statistics regarding Black Americans and life insurance. The majority of Black Americans, which is 56%, own life insurance. That's a tremendous statistic. More than half own life insurance. And again, as we said, insurance is the financial foundation of one's financial plan. 2/3 say the primary reason that they own life insurance is to cover burial costs and final expenses. Now, typically, final expenses refer to any outstanding medical bills, any outstanding debts. Those are part of one's final expenses, including, of course, burial. Black Americans are more likely than the general population to be looking to engage a financial professional. That's 30% versus 25%. Now, we know with the internet, you could practically buy anything on the internet without having a conversation with that industry's type of professional. And premiums are not any cheaper if you buy them direct online or if you buy them through a licensed agent. The benefit is that working with a licensed agent can educate you and let you know about things that you don't know about that might benefit you and your family. So it's always advantageous to work with a knowledgeable professional. More than half of Black life insurance owners wish that they had purchased their policy at a younger age. Now, why would that be? Well, I think for several reasons. Number one, I think we all realize that when we purchase life insurance at our younger ages, it tends to be a lot more economical. In other words, you may be able to buy a bigger policy because you're younger. Let's say your budget is only $200 a year. When you're 20, you could buy a much bigger policy than when you're 30 for the same premium. Another reason is that we know for many of us, as we get older, we might not be perfectly healthy in our later years than we are in our much younger years. And life insurance premiums are predicated not only upon your age, but also upon your health. So the healthier that you are, the better the premiums that you will be able to obtain. Another thing to keep in mind is, when is the best time to buy life insurance? It is actually before your next half birthday. So, for example, for me, my birthday is in December. If I wanted to buy life insurance, I ought to do it before the 6 month mark, which would be June. So even though I may not be a full year older in June, but the insurance company will consider me the next age. So the best time to buy life insurance is before your next half birthday. What are some of the top reasons that consumers don't buy life insurance? Well, number one on the chart is that it's too expensive, is what they say. However, a lot of them overestimate what the cost is. And let's not forget that there are many different types of life insurance. For example, term insurance is the least expensive type of life insurance. Why? Because it's good for a certain time period, which is called the term. Your term could be 10 years, it could be 20 years, it could even be 30 years. But what happens at the end of the term? The policy stops. And if you are still alive beyond the term, then your coverage is over. You have no more life insurance coverage. Another reason why consumers don't buy life insurance is that they have other financial priorities. So when you're young and you're raising a family, you have children, and that is your number one priority. And with all the other bills that you have in the household, you might feel that other priorities are taking over. But let's not forget how important life insurance is when you do have young children that you are raising. You want to protect your children, I'm sure. Another major reason why people don't buy it is they're not sure which is the best fit for them in terms of what kind of policy. Should you purchase term policy? Should you purchase a cash value policy? It depends on your particular situation. And that's where it is advisable to work with a knowledgeable professional. The top reasons that people do purchase life insurance is, as we said before, to cover burial and final expenses. Very importantly, also to help replace lost wages of a wage earner, and also to transfer wealth or leave an inheritance to loved ones. Did you know that the death benefit proceeds of a life insurance policy passes to your beneficiaries tax-free, as long as the policy is structured properly? So that is tax-free. You don't have to pay taxes. The beneficiary does not have to pay taxes on those death benefit proceeds. 31% of Americans say they are very or extremely knowledgeable about life insurance. And consumers with a higher knowledge are 30% more likely to have adequate life insurance coverage. If you're not sure how much coverage is appropriate for you, there is a calculator that you can use. And if you'd like to get your hands on this calculator, let me know, and I'll be happy to send it over to you. The top reason people give for not purchasing coverage is, again, it's too expensive. Yet, more than half of Americans overestimate the cost of life insurance to the extent of 3 times the cost. In other words, if the cost is, say, $1,000, they are estimating that the cost is $3,000, just as an example. A third of consumers believe they would have to pay taxes on life insurance. As I said, that's not the case. About 30% of consumers view life insurance only for burial and final expenses. And believe me that life insurance there's many reasons why people purchase life insurance. For example, business owners, when they are in partnership with one or two or more people, they will typically buy life insurance on each other so that if something, God forbid, happens to one of those partners, they could buy out that person's portion of the business. The perception of life insurance could result in not purchasing enough coverage to provide income replacement or enable wealth transfer. Two key ways life insurance can benefit loved ones after a wage earner dies. Another reason why life insurance is purchased by those people that we might consider to be older, in other words, in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, is remember, when we are drawing our retirement Social Security benefits, we have a couple, so we have two Social Security checks coming into the household. And what happens when one of those individuals passes away? The household loses a Social Security check, and that could be detrimental to that household. So there are many reasons why people of all ages need adequate life insurance. If you're one of those people that likes to purchase online, I'm going to give you the name of a website that you can go to, and within 12 minutes, you could figure out whether or not you're accepted for life insurance and there are no medical exams. So you can go to www.lifeinsuranceformenow.com. That's FORME now.com. Again, lifeinsuranceformenow.com. And that's where you could purchase from the comfort of your home or office. And that is term insurance. But if you are more interested in cash value life insurance, then please feel free to reach out to a professional or myself. My number is right there on the bottom. And also in my book that I wrote about 4 years ago, Wisdom for Women, Discover the Challenges You Must Overcome to Live the Life and Retirement You Deserve, there is a chapter, chapter 12, talks about life insurance. And lastly, are you on the right track to meet your retirement and financial goals? I urge you to please go to financialfitnessforever.com and download a free report. Again, financialfitnessforever.com, and you can download the free report right there. And I want to thank Tony of TRC Voiceovers for the very fine work that he did with our intro and outro.
Knowledge is power, but only when you implement what you've learned to your own benefit. Tune in next time for even more powerful tips on The Sarah Finkelstein Show.